G'day everyone, Goober here with another Torchlight Infinite Season SS6 video. I posted a video yesterday that was the 1000 flame elementum per hour video. It got a fair bit of flack, not gonna lie. Some people pointed out some really good points. I had a point in here which, if you have 45 cards in your confusion deck, which is the deck when you go into a map, down here on the right hand side, this is your confusion inventory. I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 cards. Now, I was doing a different strategy yesterday, which has 45 cards. And that's when I looked at it. And then I switched it up and went to doing the beacon strategy, which is this confusion deck, which is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 39. So thank you for that comment that pointed out that I was wasting a point in the profound talent constellation by selecting this, because I didn't have 45 confusion deck cards. So a little bit of a change there, where I have removed that and just placed the drop quantity elsewhere. I could go with this for the 15% base. However, I sometimes die. You only get one death, one retry, one respawn. I'll just go for this because I just want to keep it casual and as easy as possible. I also, in a strategy yesterday, also removed these end beacons, and it felt good, but this is a retest of yesterday's video, so I will leave it as that for now. People are saying that compasses don't really get you anything. I only count the compasses that are worth over 1 or 2 flame elementium, so you are getting a whole bunch of extra compasses and tomorrow's directions from this strategy. I should probably have the extra points in the ones that are worth a lot, like Cube is generally worth a fair bit, Dark Surge is probably worth a bit now, and God of Machines. So that is probably 3 nodes that I should take instead. So take that off and put that in, say, God of Machines, because the God of Machines compasses are worth a fair bit of money. Onto this one. It's just all the quant and extra monsters. I'm just quickly having a look at everything, just in case you're watching this video and you haven't watched the other video. And onto the beacons. This chest doesn't spawn very often. I wish it spawned more. I'm guessing it spawns more in Profound, maybe. Replication, time mark 7 or higher, bosses have a chance to drop a beacon. Magic monsters have a chance to drop a beacon. And the upgraded actually doesn't seem to do anything, because only T8 beacons were dropping. I didn't have any deep space beacons drop. That's profound only. That's no compasses. Or we could select some more likelies. So I could probably remove this, because we don't really get deep space beacons drop. We're not having enough beacons drop like you do in time mark 7. Time mark 7, you're having a shit ton of beacons drop. Time mark 8, you have a lot less beacons drop. So I'm thinking, if you're going to do this long term, you can probably save 7 points here. Take these 3 here instead. So that gives you 4 points left over, which then you could reinvest into the more expensive compasses here, or even just additional drop quant for compass or flat drop quant in here. But I won't do that for right now. As I said, this is a reset of yesterday's video. I will dump my inventory into the trade house, and sell off all the stuff that we got yesterday. And yeah, I will start this video momentarily. Pretty nice hand in for the tomorrow's direction. 10 judges. It's about 40 or 70 FE or something. Alrighty, we're all set up and ready to go. This will be over multiple hours, so we get a better FE per hour gauge. I have added in the Netherrealm Resonance that we have to start. I did sell 1,000 of it last night, so you do get a fair bit of extra of that drop. So I've left the tax in that just so we can see what we have at the end. The assorted cheap blue compass on here is the magic monsters, the crap monsters, and the Eterna compass in there. The most expensive one is the Eterna, which I just bought for 0.26. However, just for this test, I will leave that as 0.33. If this goes over that amount, then I won't be increasing that and including that in the profit. I just wanted to show that is the cost. So if it goes down, then we'll have a cost. If it goes up, then I won't include that in the profit margin. So Netherrealm Resonance, yep. T8 lava beacons. I have just bought 210 beacons, so that should keep us going for a number of hours. And I've deleted the rest off. So currently we're looking at negative 616 flame elementium for this test. I mean, these are barely bought. The Netherrealm Resonance had to drop, and these beacons are definitely going to pay for themselves anyway. So very cheap investment in this map, around about 3 flame elementium per map, with the lava beacons going down in price. The star shards will basically pay for these anyway. They're about 1.2 each. And with that, I will get into it. G'day everyone, I've just been avoiding pausing because this is going to be a pretty long video. I had a really good paint last time, and this one's also really good, so I just wanted to show it to explain why I'm getting so much FE and stuff. I didn't get lucky there, but the last one I had a couple of doubles. I actually was stuck and used the force complete and it destroyed a rainbow, but this one should be pretty juicy anyway. Alrighty, so we're at the end of the first hour. I didn't want to pause too much because I want this to go on for a multiple hour test. We'll quickly have a look at the inventory. Excuse me. I had a few interesting items drop. I don't know if they're worth anything. Just items that I haven't seen drop previously. Those gloves were pretty much it here. None of this is worth anything, which is a shame. A couple of double tier 1 items, which might be worth 5 FE, maybe. See if this is worth anything. No, probably not. So no good value bases there. Doesn't look like... Oh, what was that? Maybe. So nothing good in the inventory for the first hour. Going on to the skills. I did have this drop, which is worthless, and this one drop, which is also worthless. But that's fine. Didn't get lucky there. I actually noticed a reasonable amount of deep space beacons dropping at the start of the test. We had 6 drop, which is pretty much the same amount that I've had drop this season. So that's pretty interesting. A fair few compasses have dropped, and only 100-fold windfall, which is surprising considering yesterday's antics. I'll chuck this into the spreadsheet and let you know how we did. 257 raw FE from this one, not 400. Don, I may have stuffed up yesterday and accidentally accepted something from the trade house, but we'll see what we get per hour today. I doubt I put the truth embers away, so I'm not going to count those. I will add them to the stash and count them from now on, though. Alrighty, I have left off a couple of the compasses just because I couldn't be bothered adding another 10 lines. So that's maybe another 20 or so flame elementium that I haven't included. So looking at the total for this hour was 573. If we include on the lucky drop yesterday of the skill, that'd bring it up to 873. So looking at around about 600 flame elementium an hour. Consistent with very low investment in time mark 80. I will chuck this in for, I'll do this by hour, 573 for the first hour, and we'll see how we go for the next one. Alrighty, that's been reset for hour number 2. I'm just going to keep going with what's dropped so far, unless something really expensive drops. We have had a nice Dark Surge beacon drop, compass drop, which is cool. But we'll keep going. Alrighty, I just had a pretty interesting map just then. The card that I have got is there are one group of Queen's Disciples in the stage and they have a 43% chance to drop an additional beacon. About 8 beacons dropped, which is pretty interesting. So let's just show this map and we'll see what sort of explosion we get with that group again. I am getting a little bit annoyed with this strategy because in an hour and a half I have not seen a single beacon chest. And that's what this entire build is around, really. Beacons and the beacon chest and spawning it and stuff. So it's pretty disappointing to not see a single one in a couple of hours. So I think this will be the last hour of this test. I will be doing more farming strategies. I want to test out Dream either in a boss rush strategy or a normal map strategy, because time mark 8 Dream does seem to give you a fair chunk of flame elementium, especially when you go for commodity nodes. And I haven't tested out to see how many. Only 2? Only 2 beacons. Ugh, ripped off. I'll unpause it on the next map when I get to that group as well. See how we go. I was holding A and I accidentally already picked up 2 of the beacons. There's another 4 there, which is pretty cool. Let's do the last one of this round to see. It's a nice short map, so hopefully we can quickly get to, it's just there, isn't it? Yeah, it's this group. Only 3 ripped off. No deep space either. So nothing upgraded. A couple more nodes that seem pretty pointless. The upgrade nodes, the beacon chest node. I just feel like those points can be better spent basically anywhere if you're doing time mark 8. We have got a few beacons in this map, which is cool. Maybe since I'm complaining about it, we'll get a chest. No. Rip. Alrighty, so we're coming up to the end of the second hour, not the first. This season mechanic will be the final part of this video. I haven't had any of the... Did I stuff that up? No. Chests spawn. So I'm not going to keep beating my head against a wall with this. I want to try out some boss rush with Dream, so I'll be doing that very shortly. I'll finish writing this up and we'll see how we go. Alrighty, I had to destroy one there, but I ended up getting a rainbow out of it and a full face node here, which is pretty cool. But anyway, let's see what we get out of this, and that will complete the second hour. Alrighty, we are done with the test. One thing I will note with this strategy is you always have enough pages to start a new painting. There was, I think, maybe one time that I had to do half a map to start up a new painting, but I was always able to build up the season mechanic in that way. So this is a fresh inventory of goodies that have dropped. I'll quickly go through and see if there's anything that's worth something before moving on to the consumables. Somehow I don't believe this. There's only 2 up and they're priceless. Mine was not priceless. Mine is just this. Is that tier 1 not meant to be available? It's there. Tier 2, clear the max. Probably need to do the other one as well. Oh, it's tier 0 plus. I think that's the problem. So what if I just clear this? No. I don't know. But I'll try and sell that for a ridiculous price and not include it in this tally. So not really anything of note in there except for that, although it looks bugged. Didn't get any skills. Oh look, 450, but it took 2 hours this time. Sorry about that from the last video. I will update all of this and see how we did. Alrighty, quick look at what we got. Another 196 raw flame elementium, which isn't bad. The beacons, we used a few more than we got of the 3 assorted ones that we have been using, which is the normal monsters, magic monsters, and Eterna. Precious embers, we got a fair bit, 400 extra this hour, 300 netherrealm, and about 300 matchless embers as well. Memory scraps, etc., pretty decent for not speccing into Black Sail at all. And pretty disappointing on the beacons, 44 flame elementium. I guess it's 10% of what we got. That's not including the lava beacons that dropped to assist in how many we ran. Looking at this looks like we probably got 3 lava beacons as well for 25 maps run in the hour. The season mechanic does take a fair while. Let's just hide the zeros because we don't care about those. Compasses, looking at the compasses that we got, basically this part here is 60 flame elementium, not huge, but it's more than the beacons, to be honest. Every little bit counts, and then the memory cards account for another 107. Oh, there's 9 for the compasses as well. So 512 from the second hour for a total of I don't need that with this, do I? But whatever. 1085 flame elementium from 2 hours. Noting that the beacon chest did not spawn a single time. We didn't get any upgrades to deep space beacons in the second hour. So I would say a couple of the points in the void chart can get removed from our tally. I'm still trying to make up the 9 or 8,000 flame elementium that I need for my giveaway. There are nerfs to the Supreme Showdown coming tomorrow, I believe, or today or something. So there's probably going to be a lot more people that complete the showdown. So I'm going to have to fork out the 8,000 flame elementium pretty quick, and you know, people are going to get to win hundreds of USD worth of, well, over 100 USD worth of Primos as well. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.